In this video we're going to address the subject of search engine optimization. Now, every item of content that you can add in through the content management system or control panel has a part of the form which is dedicated to search engine optimization. I'm just going to take a sample of an item of content just to base the video on. I'm logged into the CMS or the control panel, and I've navigated through to applied research and into projects. So I'm in the project section at the moment. I'm just going to take a sample item of content, and in this case it's a project title, which I'm going to click on to move through to the actual content form. Now, search engine optimization part of the form is at the lower part, and when you first navigate into the area, this particular part of the form is compressed, so I'm going to click on it to expand on the part of the form. Now, there's three areas that are very critical to search engine optimization. If you don't populate this with any content, the search engine just inherits the default title of the page, the content of the description, and the keywords and key phrases of that particular area. So what you've got an opportunity here as you're building this part of content, this item of content, is an opportunity just to make sure that the meta description, what the search engine needs, is actually populated. Now, a little tip for you: as you're building the item of content, what I would do is try and deal with all of the basic information literally as you're building the item of content, rather than separately as I'm doing here. So what I would do is I would copy down the page title here, but I'd add a little bit more detail to it. I would put in the organisation, Serious Games Institute. I'm also going to add project, and I'm going to add the project name. And here I'm putting in the description. It's called the meta description, but this is the description that is searched on when people make a search using, say, Google. But this description is what is returned in the list of results. And usually you would expect to find your opening paragraph as being the description. It doesn't need to be too long. 200 characters is usually enough. But what you should make sure in here is that there's no punctuation, like exclamation marks or dashes or whatever, because search engines, though they see that, it diffuses the effectiveness of the that particular search. So you remove those. I've just taken the full stop out of here. But this is an introduction, certainly, and a summary for the user who returns, who scrutinises the results as they come through. So I'm adding other bits of detail that I think are quite important too. So I'm just going to copy that down too. So that's my description. And where it comes to keywords and key phrases, again, you should be able to extract those out of the description. So I'm copying that in, and then, as you do with keywords or key phrases, I remove superfluous words, concentrating on the keywords or just key phrases. And these are better known as meta tags. So you can see is and, not really important, but EPSRC would be funded project, aims to establish, so I put in new household, and you can see I'm making this a lot more discriminating. So trying to include keywords and key phrases that would be part of the search criteria. And when I've done this, I update it. And now that piece of content is a lot more effective when a search engine actually indexes the pages. So with every item of content that you build, you should also always make sure that that part of the form is completed.